First of all, welcome to the Women of Marvel. We are basically a place within Marvel, with the Marvel social media, where you can come sort of talk with Sana and I, and we talk to so many women and men and allies throughout all of our connections, from comics to entertainment, to TV, to science, to sports. We just talk about why inclusion matters. And so, hello, I'm Judy Stevens. Hey, that's my typical face. I am the co-host of the Women of Marvel, and I'm also a producer for the new media team. I produce a lot of the short-form content on Marvel.com, including Marvel Becoming and Marvel Quick Draw. I do Marvel Make Me a Hero, and I just celebrated my 13 years at Marvel.
Yeah!
So, oh, hey, Sana.
Hi, Photoshop Sana. Hi, guys. Sana, I don't know what that picture is. I run content and character development. I help build some of our characters, some of our new characters like Kamala Khan, and also have helped develop stories just across all of our different lines of business. And I just want to say one thing real quick. The fact that we have all of these amazing panelists on stage right now is so incredible. Like, the fact that there are different kinds of people creating different kinds of Marvel content. I could never have imagined this like 15 to 20 years ago. So thank you guys all for being here. Yeah.
Okay. So, hello, Nnedi. Welcome. Nnedi is a writer in her own right, but has joined the Marvel family recently and is writing Shuri. We have Amanda Connor. Yay!
Legend.
A prolific comic artist who's been doing this for so many years, but is recently doing our Captain Marvel covers, which I love so much.
Thank you.
Yay. We have Victoria Alonso, who is the EVP of production for Marvel Studios.
Hello. 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 There's no vote. Oh, no. We're going to sing today. I just thought I should tell you that. Good morning. I'm on my shooting our 24th Marvel movie.
Yeah.
You know, those things. Anyway, we'll talk more.
We have Trinh Tran, who is the executive production and development at Marvel Studios. We have Vanessa Marshall, voice actor.
Vanessa! You guys are allowed to talk. You can say anything that you want. Say hi. Hey.
Good morning. I'm happy to see everyone here, and I'm honored to be here. Thank you.
We have Aimee Carlson, who is the VP of Original Programming at Marvel TV. We have Becka McIntosh, who is the Director of Operations for Marvel Games. And also from the New York City office, Kathleen Wisneski, who is the Assistant Comics Editor in the Spidey office. Spider-Man. This is Trina Robbins. She has been doing history for comics for forever.
Do you want to talk about Fearless and these beautiful covers and this awesome story?
Yeah, Fearless is, this is also Marvel's 80th anniversary of publishing comics, and we wanted to make sure that we had a place in the year to highlight amazing women creators in Marvel and all of our incredible female characters. And so we've put together this all-star extravaganza of anthology series, and there's an ongoing story by Shannon McGuire, featuring Captain Marvel, Sue Storm, Storm of the X-Men, and then Miss Marvel, and they're teaming up and fighting some mysterious villains that haven't been revealed yet. And it's a fun opportunity for them to interact with each other. They come from sort of different worlds in the Marvel universe, and we found a way to get them all together and just have fun conversations with each other, kind of like this panel. You wouldn't expect them to come together, but there they are. And we have these amazing covers Yasmin Fouchery did all of them. And then Claire Rowe is the main artist on the main story. Kelly Thompson is writing a story in each of the issues, so you can follow along with that too. And then, yeah, just all of the best women comics creators that had the time, because also women comics creators are doing incredible things everywhere, and they're in such high demand, and that's an exciting problem to have too. Yeah.
Yeah, these covers are phenomenal. I mean, this is covers for issues 1 and 2, and then this is issue 3, and this is 4 that we are exclusively showing you right now.
Look at that I haven't even seen that Ms. Marvel cover.
Oh my God, it's stunning, right?
Good job.
These
Good
are
job,
beautiful.
Kathleen. Good work there. Telling you
Sarah
what to draw.
Brunstad is running the main covers, and she's a genius and done a great job here. Yeah.
And we have some amazing Spider-Man number 26 pages that's out this Wednesday.
Yep. So you want to pick that up? These are colored by one of the best colorists in the business, Laura Martin. And this is a story by Nick Spencer and Kev Walker, and it's launching this all-female villain team. It's really fun.
Ooh, how many of you guys are familiar with Shuri? Yeah, I think so. Good job. Shuri, this is such a phenomenal series that Nnedi is writing right now. Nnedi, like, you come from the world of prose and you're a big nerd at the same time. So now that you're writing, like, not only just comics, but writing, I think, one of the best, like, characters out there. What is going on in the world of Shuri, and how are you enjoying it?
I'm very much enjoying it. I knew from the moment that I was asked to write Shuri that I had to. I mean, it was Shuri. I mean, I'm a science fiction and fantasy novelist, and I had written a series called Binti, and it was about a mathematical genius. And so when they asked me about Shuri, it just made so much sense. I mean, you know, we have this engineering genius, but also the challenge of taking the Shuri from the films and the Shuri from the comics, especially Reggie Hudlin's Shuri, and bringing them together to create this one really powerful, amazing character. It has just been a lot of fun.
And then segue a little bit to Captain Marvel and Amanda. Hello.
Amanda. Oh, sorry, we have to share a mic.
That's fine. It's good.
So Amanda, I have to say, like, I used to look up to you when I was younger, because I was like, there's this, like, badass woman, who's been in the industry for a while, but just creating such beautiful work. And when I found out that you were doing the Captain Marvel covers, I was so excited.
Oh, thank you.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
So,
yeah.
so beautiful.
They've been really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've been really fun to do. And, you know, I've never been really, like, my strong suit is not, like, movie postery, you know, covers, but I sort of like to unleash my inner Norman Rockwell and, like, do a story-related cover. That's my favorite thing to do. So I got a chance to do that a lot with this.
How do you channel, like, who is Captain Marvel to you, and how do you channel that visually?
Oh, I mean, she's been around forever for me. So it's just like, it's just like, oh yeah, it's Captain Marvel. You know, she's just always been there, and, you know, the opportunity to draw her on a cover has just been so cool. And there's, like, been so many different Captain Marvel, you know, like, she's been so many different people, and, like, you know, worn so many hats and helmets, you know. So yeah, I was just like, okay, I get to do this one now. This is cool, you know.
This is the ultimate one.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right,
Yeah.
Victoria, this is the ultimate one.
Yeah.
Any Captain Marvel moment is an ultimate moment.
Well, speaking of ultimate moment, Captain Marvel.
When we did Ironman 1, it was just Pepper Potts. And you look at where we are today, and we took a picture. I don't know if we have that picture here, but there's a picture with all the women of Marvel, and Trin, who was also the executive producer on that film. And it's humbling. It's humbling to see. And I think that one of the greatest things about that, you know, I've been at Marvel now 14 years, since the beginning. And when we were trying to do certain things and we couldn't, there was never a time in my brain that I thought we won't. but it was a matter of time. So for you all, whatever it is that you want to do in this great life of ours, which is very short, by the way, the fact that you're not doing it today doesn't mean you're not going to do it. It's just not yet.
So let's segue a little bit to animation and Vanessa. So you've actually been on the podcast. I actually talked to you about voicing Gamora from Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy. Like, what was it sort of like for you to and it's not just Gamora. You voiced Black Widow. You know, you've done Mary Jane. Like, such a diverse group of characters.
Well, I've always been a Marvel fan, and these female characters have always inspired me. And I'll never forget when I got Mary Jane. That was my first job, and my voiceover agent, Kathleen Wisneski, is here. And I remember she called me and she said, "Is this Mary Jane?" And I was in another job for Honda doing legal tags, you know, Lisa 2007 X33, whatever. And I said, "Excuse me, I have to take this," and I actually fainted. Because I was so honored. She's such an interesting character because she doesn't wear a mask. She's not a superhero, but she's so pivotal and so important for Peter Parker's journey. And
You physically fainted?
yeah. Oh, I boom hit the ground. Are you kidding, Mary Jane? What? Oh my gosh, I was crying. I was so grateful. Yeah, it was like a miracle. And from there, I got to play Black Widow in Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes. Also an honor, an incredible character, Natasha Romanoff. She's amazing. And then I went on to play Gamora. And all throughout this time, I had sort of my own journey inspired by these characters and then started booking them. I was about 50 pounds heavier than I am right now. I started doing martial arts, and I sort of found my voice and came into my power sort of in my own life personally. And then I noticed that I started booking these women who, you know, kick butt. Some of these superheroes, then later in Avengers, Black Panther's Quest, I got to play Medusa. And it's just been such an honor to give voice to these incredibly iconic characters.
My favorite thing about voice actors is that you guys know how to make the best grunts and sound effects out of your mouth. It's so impressive.
Yeah, there are quite a few, like even drowning. There's a video game that I did where I think I had to die 10 different ways, by fire, by drowning, being speared in the skull. Yeah, and each one has its own nuance, so it's
would
really
you like
special.
to do one? I feel like you should maybe show us an example.
Okay, let's see, drowning. If you have water to spit out, just don't spit it on the mic. Let's see, if you're getting impaled, and if someone's slitting your throat, this one's my favorite. Like, try to get snot or some guttural, vile sound in there. The ones that they never expect, women to make. Like, I love bring it.
So we're going to segue a little bit to TV, the nether spectrum of TV. We have Aimee joining us for the first time. Welcome.
Aimee!
Hey. So Aimee came from doing comedy and is joined the Marvel TV team and is working on Marvel's Cloak and Dagger.
So tell us about that. What's it been like working on Cloak and Dagger, which is a huge fan favorite, and bringing it? Woo, yeah, you could say woo to that. I love Cloak and Dagger. How has it been working on that show?
Cloak and Dagger, I've been working on that show for 2 years now, and it's very, very near to my heart. I think it's a really special show. I think that we set out to make something that felt like a Sundance coming-of-age movie about two unique characters who are partners. This isn't a hero and a sidekick, and I think that was a really fun relationship to explore, and found incredible actors in Olivia Holt and Aubrey Joseph. And the stories that we're able to tell through them are incredibly grounded and relatable to the modern millennial teen that concern for police brutality or sexual violence are things that are very much in the zeitgeist, and to be able to tell these stories through these amazing characters and see them overcome their personal demons and then also rise to the challenge of saving others is just we've really appreciated the amazing fan response, who are really picking up what we're putting down, and the creative team of Joe Pikaski and our pilot director, Gina Prince-Bythewood, and all of the amazing writers and directors that have been telling those stories with us have done an incredible job. So we're really, really proud of the show.
So, I mean, you have anything to share with us just in terms of what's going on in the world of Marvel games? What are you excited about?
Okay, what's not going on? We get to touch so many different amazing titles, original stories, the best game developers and publishers in the world with the best IP. And I get to work on all of it because I'm just really greedy and I love games. So the main things that we talked about on Hall H, if you didn't know, and I don't know how you went unless you aren't a gamer, and then I'm judging you slightly. We released Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, The Black Order on Friday. Friday, guys. It's out now. Go get it. It's exclusive to the Nintendo Switch. You can also play it on the show floor over with our friends from Nintendo. And we discussed Marvel's Ironman Vr. You feel like Iron Man. You can fly, and it's as simple as, repulsors go like this, and you move up like this. I'm horrible at it, but you guys will be great at it.
It's so cool.
It is
It's
amazing.
very
You
trippy.
can play it now at the Marvel booth. And then near and dear to my heart are the Avengers. How many of you guys are Avengers fans? I thought nobody would have heard of them. I mean, after certain movies and shows and 80 years of comics. So we got to show off a lot of Marvel's Avengers. We're working with Crystal Dynamics, Square Enix, and it's coming in 2020, but we got to showcase a lot of stuff, and I kind of convinced them to let me sneak out something. It's my favorite Avenger. There she is. Black Widow, man.
How have you sort of evolved as producers, and at the same time seen sort of, and at the same time, what do you think that the pivotal accomplishments and changes have been for women behind the camera, on screen, just in the industry? What has sort of your experience has been?
I started at Marvel 12 years ago. I was a production assistant before that. So Marvel actually gave me my first assistant job. I had no idea what I was doing, by the way. I still don't know what I'm doing. Or at least at times I feel that way. But so I basically grew up at Marvel Studios. And I think one of the biggest factor as to where I am today is because we have great leaders. Without Victoria, without Kevin and Lou there, I wouldn't be where I am, because they've allowed me to grow and allow me to, sort of like grow in the position and just push me to where I am right now. I mean, to be able to give me Infinity War and Endgame to do, I thought they were crazy. But to be able to, I guess, see where I was 12 years ago at Marvel when we had started with about, a handful of people. There was 20 people in the studio, and where we are now, and to be able to see all the new faces.
There's 25 of us now.
There's 25. The additional 5 in the last 10 years have helped. But just to see the company grow and to be able to see more faces, especially women, and the diversity in women, I think is really important.
Trina, why don't you tell us just, a little bit just about where comics were and just where it is now and that transformation?
Well, actually, it seems to me that Marvel Comics is finally getting to where it had been about 75 or 80 years ago. Is this on, by the way?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, because I couldn't hear myself. In the 40s, there were some fabulous superheroines at Marvel who had their own books. And then it all kind of disappeared in the 60s, in the early 60s, and it became this 4 guys and a girl, or 3 guys and a girl, and the girl really was just kind of an also-ran. But all of a sudden, I don't know how long it's been, to be honest, but Marvel's become female-centric all over again, which is really nice.
I want to thank all of our panelists for joining us. Thank you to everyone who got up early on a Saturday morning to join us. This is actually going to be an audio podcast, so you can head over to marvel.com/podcast or wherever you get your podcasts to check it out and tell your friends who weren't here. You can listen in. You can check out our Instagram at The Women of Marvel. Thanks so much for coming. Let's do a group photo.
Thanks, guys.